We're here at the Melges 24 PCCs in training this final month leading up until the Melges 24 Worlds that are here in San Francisco. Could you talk a little bit about how it went on the water today?
Today was a pretty interesting day because it was definitely a lot lighter than what we've been training in. Not something you usually see here in San Francisco, but there's a very good chance we might see that at the Worlds. So it was good sailing. It was pretty close between the top 3 or 4 boats, and it was a lot of fun.
Cool. And I know you're a pro sailor, and can you talk about how you got into it and how it's evolved for you?
So in 2009, I had a really good year. I won a few Worlds, and I got a Rolex watch for Canada. And so I thought at that point in time in my sailing life and career and how old I was getting, it was time to make the switch and turn pro. So I was sailing a lot as an amateur, and I figured if I sailed as half as many as those days as a professional, I'd still be doing pretty good. So here I am.
And what was your first job?
My first pro gig was with Hedgehog Sailing on the Melges 24. We just got done sailing with Chris Larson and won the Worlds, and Chris sold the boat to Alec Cutler after that, and Alec really wanted to keep the program rolling and keep the same team. So we just took the same 3 guys that were racing with Chris and put them on with Alec.
And what do you think are some of the more important attributes for a pro sailor? Is it being very technical? Is it chemistry with the owner? Can you talk about that?
For the most part, I think if you're a pro sailor, you're obviously really good at what you do, and that's the big thing. But it's just crew chemistry. You got to be able to get along with the guys on the boat and just be able to work together. Once you do that, then I think it's just finding a click and moving on from there. So.
Nice. And my last question, what do you find special about sailing on the West Coast?
Sailing on the West Coast is obviously here in the Bay is challenging because with the tides and the normally really strong winds, it pushes you to the limit. So it's definitely a lot of fun out here when you're sailing in 20, 25 plus. But it's fun being out in the Bay because you're going to have your hands full every time.
Great. Good luck at the Worlds.
Thank you.